A new team of first responders could patrol the streets of Knoxville. It centers on a pair of people responding to an emergency call, but neither is a police officer. Supporters have pushed the idea for years and looked at the cost and impact in a new study. 10 News reporter Lauren Lovett spoke to one person fighting to roll out this new first responder program since 2020. Lauren?
John, Knoxville Heart says now is the time for a community responder program. The organization says not only would it improve outcomes for people in crisis, but it would also save officers time. Working to keep the community safe. That's what Knoxville Heart has been pushing for years.
We got together back then because we felt like there was a need for an alternative to the current situation when it came to mental health crises. At the time, there was no alternative to just calling 911.
The Knoxville Police Department's co-responder program was created around the same time, but it still wasn't what the organization was looking for.
We would rather have a fully unarmed response rather than an armed response with a social worker.
Fully unarmed, sending a behavioral health specialist and a medic to nonviolent 911 calls, potentially diverting 4,000 to 5,000 calls a year.
It gives the people in crisis the specialized skills that they need, and it also helps the police so it can free up their time, have less overtime for the police.
Back in 2024, the city and county funded an alternative response task force to find what it would take to create the program. At the end of last year, they released a 100-page report recommending the program's creation. Knoxville Heart shared some of the report at an event on Saturday.
We also had a call to action. It was Valentine's Day, so we asked folks that were there if they would write Valentines to their council members and the mayor, urging them to fund community response in the 2026-27 budget.
The report determined it would take around $450,000 during the planning period and between $780,000 and $1 million for staffing.
And Lauren, community response programs are a relatively new concept, but other cities have invested in them and given them a test run.
That's right, and the task force identified 89 throughout the country that are already handling these low-risk 911 calls. In Denver, their teams didn't call for police assistance at all in its first year, and it also reduced low-level crimes by 34%. And in one Ohio city, their program lowered the likelihood of a call ending in an arrest.
All right, Lauren, we'll continue to follow it. Thank you.